What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my Turtleponics channel. And I'm finally giving up the goods. This is my garden. Over here, I have my floating germinators in action. The left one is tomatoes. I'm gonna try to grow some tomatoes. And the right one is onions, bunching onions specifically. I got the seed pack right here. I want to stress that you can grow any vegetable that you find in the store. You can go buy seeds in the store, and if it'll grow in aquaponics, other than like root vegetables, you can't grow potatoes, I think. This is my lamp, and let's talk about this guy for a second. This is my bell siphon. The bell siphon, the drain pipe is half-inch. Then on top of the drain pipe, there's a reducer there, and that reducer is half-inch to 1-inch. It's a half-inch, 1-inch reducer, and it slips right on top of the drain pipe. And then there's another reducer on the bell, and this is a half-inch, 2-inch reducer. My bell is 2 inches. All those little spots are snail eggs. I got snails in my gravel guard. But the two reducers inside of each other like this makes it so that it almost never fails. If there's a failure, it's gotta be because there's something wrong with the pump. It's pump maintenance time. This guy is such a beast, having those two reducers inside of each other like that. The 1-inch reducer fits perfectly inside of the 2-inch reducer, and they're both half-inch size. Something about those two things together makes it... Those things in there are clams. I went and caught them, but I don't even know if they're alive, honestly. I don't know if they're doing what they should be doing. But those are Asian clams. I spread them throughout my system. And this outer thing, my gravel guard, was made out of a flower pot that I drilled out the bottom. And you can see here how many times I had to drill it. Plus more, plus polishing. But I did a pretty good job. I drilled out a big circle on the bottom, and then just plugged it in, removed the gravel from the inside. That's it. It's got a couple holes drilled on the side wall. I can't find gravel guards anywhere else. I hate using the PVC. It's like not big enough. I like being able to get in there and work around the bell. It's really hard to find a gravel guard. There's not really a lot of commercial options catered to us. So I gotta kind of invent a bunch of stuff. But this reducer inside of the reducer concept was told to me by ChatGPT after about 3 or 4 different failures. But this is a better design than anything I could have came up with. I've come up with other designs in the past, and this is the best one for sure. Let me see if I can work this out with one hand. No, I can't. My snorkel on the side there is hooked up to what used to be a T, and it prevents a bend in the line so that bubbles can flow and the snorkel never gets a crimp in the line, basically. What else do I talk about? This is celery over here. I just planted it recently. Oh, let me talk about this little guy. Where is it? It's so little I can barely see it. This is a strawberry that I grew from a seed. but it's been months, and this is all I got. I messed up when I initially started experimenting with pH. I did it for the strawberry. The whole experiment was for the strawberries, and it ended up messing up the strawberries because I dropped pH too quickly. Once pH is low, you're good. But if you drop from like a 7.5 where I was at to down to like a 6 too quickly, you'll burn the plant, you'll burn the roots. Something happens. The plant got super messed up. Right now, it's got 2 leaves that are doing great, but before it had like 4 leaves that were doing really bad. So it's bouncing back. I have hopes for it. I'm hoping I can get some strawberries out of that guy, but it's gonna take like a really long time. Um, this guy over here, the strawberry, I drilled holes on the bottom of it and then added a pack of red worms from the fishing section at Walmart. I just bought red worms. You can use night crawlers too, but they're way bigger. They're both composting worms, which means they're gonna help clean up your system. Any little thing that gets in your grow bed, dead roots. They don't eat living plants. They're composting worms. This is my drain cycle. The worms are just living in there, and I cannot see them. I never hear from them. I see them sometimes when I sift through the gravel. You'll see a random one, or you'll just, if you just sit here long enough, you'll see gravel moving. You're like, whoa, was that a ghost? No, that was the red worm. But I got a few sprouts in there. That's exciting. And I don't know if the onion seeds are good. They've been sitting for a long time. But I don't know if the red worms are using this strawberry as their base or not. It's full of casings, and that's where I initially put them all. But when I checked on this thing like day 2, they split. They were all gone. So either way, it's full of worm casings. When water rises up and drains out, it's taking a little bit of nutrients out. It's leaching into the water, and that's good for my plants and stuff. I gotta dose them up with calcium. I think my lights might be a little bit too strong. It's like burning some of the leaves on the edges. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of the celery. I might get rid of it later on if it interrupts with my production. And I got a big Swiss chard over here. I've been farming this guy for a long time. As you can see with the stalk. The Orcarina does nothing. It's just sitting there. It's just decoration. But that's my grow bed. Hope y'all have a good day. Like and subscribe. Peace.